from the campus of Norfolk State University. Welcome to this edition of the MCJR News and Notes. The News and Notes is a production of the Department of Mass Communications and Journalism. In the News and Notes, we tell the stories of our students, alumni, faculty, and staff. MCJR Jr., Lauren Gilchrist, won first place in the Grady James Wright Scholarship over the summer. More recently, Lauren also attended the Thurgood Marshall Leadership Institute in D.C. Speaking of D.C., MCJR Jr. Zachary Jackson, our SGA president, has been named a 2024 HBCU Scholar by the White House Initiative on HBCUs. This honor highlights his leadership, academic excellence, and dedication to the community. Speaking of DC, and also a dedication to the community, we want to congratulate Michael Mauzone, aka DJ Heart Attack, the Assistant Station Manager and Content Director for WNSB. Mike recently received the U.S. President's Lifetime Achievement Award for over 40 years of community service. We'd also like to congratulate MCJR graduate student Tyron Mallory, who was named HBCU Defensive Back of the Week earlier in the semester. He now has over 40 tackles and 3 interceptions. He had 1 interception in the winning homecoming game against Howard, and 2 against East Carolina, including this one. MCJR graduate student Olivia Royster was selected to participate in the HBCU and LA internship program over the summer. More recently, she was chosen to work with CBS News during the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Dr. Martian Sarnett Williams, Director of Career Services, helped make the CBS opportunity possible. Recent graduate Tava Adedipe was also chosen to work with CBS News during the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. CBS News was especially impressed with Tava and Olivia. MCJR alum Tom Morris is back on A&E with his new action-packed show, Fugitives Caught on Tape. After his roles on America's Most Wanted and Live PD, Tom returns to primetime to narrate real-life fugitive chases.
911.
I just was involved in a hit and run.
I got eyes on him.
No regard for anybody else on the road.
He's westbound in the eastbound lanes.
He's firing out of the vehicle. He's trying to carjack. We need to get this guy stopped. Got 2 bail. One's in the woods.
He's this way, Sarge. Just hold your perimeters.
Get inside!
You'll be bit by the door! Stop moving! Get on the ground! You're under arrest.
Fugitives Caught on Tape. New series premieres Wednesday, October 16th at 10. Only on A&E.
MCJR alum Zeus Campbell is back in the spotlight on the new season of Queen's Court. From his YouTube series Hump Day Romance to reality TV, Zeus continues to show his storytelling talents. Catch Zeus in the Queen's Courts on Peacock. Last month, Zeus was kind enough to visit the NSU campus and share his experiences with those in attendance. Join us in honoring alum Alexis Aggrey, Emmy Award-winning storyteller behind Water's Edge, Black Watermen of the Chesapeake. Alexis's achievement inspires us all.
I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the Capital Emmy chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. This prestigious recognition is humbling. To stand here among such talented and inspiring storytellers is awe-inspiring. Water's Edge, Black Watermen of the Chesapeake, has been a labor of love for all of us involved. This film represents the rich history, resilience, contributions of the families that shaped Maryland's Eastern Shore. The culture and communities that live there are priceless. Their stories are a vital part of our collective American history.
A waterman is a man that makes his living on the water. He feeds his family from off the water. He feeds himself.
Watermen are essential to this area.
You like a farmer on the water. They farm in the bay.
These are the men and women who built the boat, that built the sails, that own the seafood processing plants.
These founding Black families that have been essential to the backbone of America.
MCJR Assistant Professor Dr. Terry Marsh has a new podcast on Spotify called The Aesthetics of Cool, which is also available on WNSBHD2. In addition, Dr. Marsh recently shared his NSU story on an episode of Beyond NSU.
Welcome to the Aesthetics of Cool podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Aesthetics of Cool, where we preserve the past while we still inspire the future. I'm one of your hosts, Keela Boos, professor of English at Norfolk State University.
And I'm Dr. Terry Marsh. I teach in the Department of Mass Communication and Journalism.
They will continue to do what they did in the past. We have to have federal oversight.
Absolutely, and we're going to talk more in detail about that a little later in the show when we talk about the Project 2025.
Yes, indeed.
However,
what made you even come to Norfolk State? How did you get here? Where were you from? Where are you from originally?
Well, originally I grew up in Hampton Roads area, grew up in Norfolk and Chesapeake, graduated from Great Bridge High School. My motivation for coming here was initially I came as a student athlete. It was an adjustment. There are a number of things that I became used to at working. I spent a lot of time at CBS Television and worked in different parts of the country. Most importantly, I love sharing it. And the students that know me and work with me, I think, know that I'm sincere about sharing whatever I have.
Over the summer, MCJR Associate Professor Dr. Kathy Jackson presented her paper titled, Out of the Cauldron of America's Great Northern Migration. She presented her paper at the Society for Multi-Ethnic Studies in Joensuu, Finland. Speaking of faculty and foreign travel, Associate Professor Dr. Proshat Kalami presented a paper at a conference in Rome this last month. Dr. Kalami was also awarded a prestigious fellowship at the Lufana Institute for Advanced Studies in Culture and Society in Germany, where she's conducting research throughout 2024. She'll return to NSU in January 2025. Over the past few years, MCJR has been adding new courses to the curriculum, including podcasting, AI and media, and social media. Starting in spring 2025, we will be adding new undergraduate courses, one in world cinema and another in prompt engineering. We will also be adding a new graduate course in world cinema, a graduate course in AI and media, and a graduate course in social media. Students should talk with their advisor about the availability of these courses. We thank you for joining us, and we thank you for doing all that you do to make MCJR proud. We ask that you subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at MCJRNSU. Before we leave you, we'd like to share some helpful information. Stay tuned.
We, the storytellers. We, the storytellers.